Namaste beautiful yogis. Today we are making a raw vegan pie again. This is a fall recipe and it's very sattvic, very healthy, very supportive of our yoga practice or supportive of a healthy lifestyle. We're going to use again fresh raw ingredients. The pie is low in fat, and feel free to substitute if there are ingredients that I'm using and you don't have these ingredients on hand. Feel free to substitute and use your imagination. I'm using cacao nibs for this pie. If you don't have cacao nibs or access to cacao nibs or cacao beans, you can use crushed up chocolate, and I do recommend you using it. It does give it a lot of flavor and dimension. And also if you have kids or if you're taking it to a party, you are gonna impress your kids or the people at the party a little more if there is cacao nibs or chocolate on top of the pie, because it's very crunchy and it's just a great complement to the rest of the flavors. So let's get on cooking. So I want to grab the side with the cacao nibs. Wow, this is incredible. Wow, this is incredible. It's the most chocolatey, delicious, divine thing ever. This I already know. I don't need to try this because I tried it and I know it's the best thing I've ever tried in my entire life. The colors and everything is so amazing. This is spectacular. This is just spectacular. Look at this. I mean, how pretty is this? This is so delicious. I want to eat it without the spoon. Nom 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 nom. But come on, we all know that I'm very fancy and I use my hands to eat. I don't eat straight from the from the dish. Just all right. I'm done. I'm gonna get on with eating my pies, and actually I will first have to do some yoga, then come back to my pies. Let me know if you make those pies and share the pictures with me. I want to see your creations. You guys are very, very creative. You've been putting toasted hazelnuts on top and all of this. All of this can be done in a million different ways. So share your photos with me. Let me know how you like them. Thanks for watching. Namaste. Oh, you have to try them now. Oh, this is the best thing I have ever tried. I mean, seriously, are you kidding me? Namaste beautiful yogis, and now we are cutting the pies. I can't wait. Now the cool part about this is the saffron, the way it blended. The pie is yellow with deeper yellow polka dots. So this is pretty. It's just very pretty. The extra that I had left, I put it in this little container, and it's just really polka dotted. It's awesome. It's pretty. Alright, so I don't even know if they're cuttable. I don't know if they turned out right. We shall see now. And either way, I know they're delicious because I already tried them. This is a single serving. You can really just, you don't need to cut it and serve it, but I'll do it for the purposes of this video. Ooh! This is just the persimmon, and it's, oh my god, are you kidding me? It's gelatinized. Ah, there is a few pieces of apple left here that can be served. But look at this. It's just a persimmon. It has this quality to just stay like jello. It's persimmon in coins, but this is the quality of the persimmon. So it doesn't get better than this with natural ingredients. I think this is just gorgeous. Alright, and I know this is delicious, so I'll try it in a second. So the next pie is the trickier one, so let's see what happened here. It's pretty soft. And let's see, it's a small piece. There it is. Oh, and it's also a pretty pie. Alright, so this one, oh, look at this. They're both spectacular. I will show you. Let's grab one more piece from here. And I will show you how it looks from in the pie dish. This is probably one of the most delicious things I've ever had. I tried both layers from my extras and they were spectacular. So if you have access to purple potatoes and coconut milk and sticky rice, make it. It's a very simple pie and it's insane. Now, I want to show you one more thing before we wrap it up for today, and actually two more things. I want to show you the inside of this dish because it's so pretty. It's just extremely pretty. And one more thing, I made some extra agar-agar, so I want you to see how agar-agar looks, just pure agar-agar on its own. I added a little bit of young coconut flesh, but this is even not, I haven't even put this in the fridge yet. Once I put it in the fridge it will be firm. But look at this, this is agar-agar. It's pure agar-agar water, and I put a little bit of coconut flesh in this and saffron obviously, and sweetener, some palm sugar and stevia, and that is it. It's a really pretty way to put, you can put all kinds of fruit inside and decorate it, and you can flip it upside down, and it's a beautiful presentation. Completely vegan too. So, and actually it's amazing for your thyroid. It stimulates the thyroid gland and metabolism, so it's actually healthy on top of being delicious. So here I am with all my pies, and let me know if you make these pies, if you have any questions, and I'll hopefully see you with a few more pies. Namaste. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Today we're going to continue with the raw persimmon based pies, and today we're gonna make kind of like a persimmon pudding. It's very simple. It's actually easier than the previous recipe. And if you're taking it to a party, grab a pie dish like this, and you can actually line whole bananas on the bottom, completely whole bananas. If you're making it for yourself, you can even put it in little jars with a lid on top and grab it when you're leaving the house, or in little containers like this, or pretty containers like this. I'm just gonna make a medium size just because I'm making it for myself. The ingredients you will need is 1 persimmon, or if you're making a bigger quantity, of course, more persimmons. A ripe banana, 1 ripe banana, 1 ripe persimmon, or a couple ripe bananas, depending on quantity. I'm gonna use mesquite powder. I'm gonna use coconut milk and a little bit of saffron, and in a blender, of course. And I will just put all my ingredients in here. I'll take you through the ingredients now. And I will use a little bit of a chipotle smoked chili powder. It really makes everything taste amazing. It gives it this smoky, hot flavor. It was traditionally used as an addition to the cocoa drink, the original cacao drink in South America. So it actually really complements anything chocolatey. And I find it great in my peppermint cocoa tea, in my saffron tea. It's just great. Anyways, so we grab our persimmon and we toss it in the blender, of course. I'm going to put a little bit of the chipotle powder, just a sprinkle. A few sprigs, saffron sprigs. This is absolutely optional, you don't have to do that, but a few of you got saffron this week and were asking what they can do with it. Tea, but if you're not doing tea, you can put it in rice dishes. It's the stamens from a flower, and every flower has only 3 stamens, so it is pretty rare and pretty unique. Alright, next. So from here I will put half of the banana in the dressing. In the cream. I keep calling it a dressing, I don't know why. And I'll leave the rest for, and I will put a little bit of the mesquite. Now, some of you don't have mesquite or access to mesquite, so you're just not gonna omit this step. It smells like vanilla, toffee, caramel. It's divine. It's said to be really high in proteins, amino acids, and calcium. So it's said to be pretty healthy. It's just the best thing for desserts. It's amazing if you can get your hands on it. And alright, we added stevia. You can add, instead of mesquite, vanilla. I will add coconut milk. Again, store-bought coconut milk. I have a lot of coconuts in my fridge, but I'm going with coconut milk for this. Again, and I will put a little bit of cacao powder. You can put carob powder. I prefer cacao. It doesn't bother me as far as I know. And this is going to be blended. I think that's all of the ingredients. Now you can put, if you still have leftover quinces from last week when we added all these quinces, you can put some quince in the dressing, in the cream. I will put half of this quince and I will blend this. So speaking of stevia, this is my favorite stevia. It's the Now company and it's called Better Stevia. Liquid sweetener, 0 calories, coconut flavor. It's a vegan vegetarian product. It's glycerin, organic stevia leaf, and natural coconut flavor. Now it is, I mean, you're better off probably doing no natural flavors or anything like this, but I do love this stevia a lot. The only problem, and it's a big problem, this container does not work for this stevia. It is kind of like a goopy, thick product. It smells so good. It's so coconutty. I love it, but the whole thing leaks out. So I think I will keep ordering it, but I will just immediately remove it from this container and put it in something else, maybe a dropper bottle or something that actually works. This, wherever I leave it, it leaves like a pool of stevia. First of all, it wastes half of the product, and it just doesn't work, but at the same time it's my favorite stevia, so I'll continue using it. And alright, so next what we're gonna do, we have the pudding. We'll call it pudding, and I remember not to call it a dressing. And I will slice whatever fruit I have. Here I have a lot of fruit, as you can tell, and I have some more, and I have just as many vegetables always. So I will just cut up some apple and put it in my pie dish. I'll cut up a little bit of that quince. You don't have to use the quince. Everybody asked about quinces. Apparently they're not available everywhere, which is a surprise to me because the tree is pretty hardy and it is in the apple family. It's just that people don't know what they are, so stores don't carry it. Otherwise, I'm sure it grows in most places in America. And I will cut up banana just in small pieces. And I think that's it. That's it. I can sprinkle cinnamon on top of the pie, but for now I'll just pour the pudding on top, and I can knock myself out with the core, with the extras on top. So I will put a little bit of the chipotle. I will put some cinnamon on top. And I will put a little bit of chipotle on top, because when you hit the chipotle areas, oh, it's so delicious. Now you can put black. Last year I put black salt on top. I'm not trying to use extra salt now, so I'm not gonna do that. But it really gives it an amazing flavor. So it does help with making the sweet even more intense. And I'm going to put some cacao nibs, just any cacao nibs you have. This is what I have at the moment, and I'm not using them very often, so I will use them for that. They are delicious. If you've never had them, they're delicious. They're bitter, they're not sweet, they're very intense, like black chocolate or something, but they're good. Alright, I will leave it at that. And the pudding has to set. I will show you the consistency after it's set. But this is it. It's kind of cute. And it will be another way to make this is it's to really fill your pie dish with bananas, and even whole bananas laid whole, and then pour this on top. And when you're slicing it, it looks pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna enjoy it this way this time, and you can show me what you've done with your pie. The previous pie, there was some pretty recipes, and posted her, I just saw it, and posted her apple pie with pomegranate seeds on top, and it was very pretty. There was a pie with the strawberry on top. You can do whatever you want, obviously, and they're all pretty. Whenever you blend fruit, you're not gonna go wrong with any combination. Just some combinations are really good. And the persimmons last year was my realization. I made this pie in a big pie dish, and I took it to Thanksgiving or Christmas, I forget now. I took it to a party, and I made some extra. So the one that was extra stayed in my fridge for probably 2-3 days. And I decided it was a lot of sliced apples and bananas. The whole pie dish was sliced apples and bananas, kind of big slices. And a couple of days later, I went to try it, and the whole thing was staying like I have put gelatin in it. It would just stay in a whole piece. So I started researching persimmons, and it turns out it's actually a popular quality. Persimmons do have gelling properties, and they're used that way in the South, I think. So it was something that is kind of known, but I don't know, I have never heard of it before. I just discovered it experimentally, and it was a great discovery. So this year I'm going back to the same experiments, and I'm really enjoying it. So let me know how your pie turns out. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be back in a second with another pie recipe. Namaste. Nina, 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 Nina.